What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another casted game. We're on the 1 vs 1 ranked quick search ladder, and we found ourselves a game between two of the community's finest, funniest, saltiest members occasionally. It is Moonshine and Batu. The map is Arctic territories. Moonshine spawning to the northeast of the map in the colour blue, playing as the Russians, his main squeeze. But today, Batu playing as the Dutch, spawning down to the southwest in the colour red. It is it fills me with good joy actually to see that Batu is playing the Dutch. I was worried we might have lost him to the DE civs and some of the really strong non-DE civs. I'm looking at you, Ottoman, yeah, Batu's really been enjoying playing most what the game has to offer. Used to be a really strong Age Mythology player, but then came across Age Empires 3, and I think quite a lot of people who do this move, they come over to the game, they realise the game's kind of fun, very wide strategy, and then they meet the community, and then they just stay around because they love the community. I'm sure other games have really good communities as well, but I think that's one thing actually that Aoe3 has, is that sometimes, yes, you can have a bad day of games, but it doesn't overly matter because you can spend your time chatting to people you actually enjoy the game with, so that's kind of good to see actually. But Batu is enjoying what we have to offer as a community. Moonshine, though, basically his view of the world is that everything which isn't Russian isn't fair in the game, and he even accepts that playing Mexico is pretty lame. He just does Navajo insurgent spam, and he just kind of enjoys being that person in the spotlight for that moment in time, saying, yes, I'm playing Mexico. But playing versus Russia, oh, I've been in voice chat with Moonshine, and it's not pretty. It's just constant regret of being out-civ microed most of the time, it feels like. And I know Moonshine's on a personal crusade to be the best Russian player. Maybe keep on breaking that 2k elo mark with Russians, but okay, he sat at about 1900 flat, maybe a little bit lower. I'll have a quick check now actually for you guys. 1860 Batu, just over 1900, so just taking the elo lead slightly, but not too much separating these two players. Moonshine going for the market start hunting dogs, 14 villagers, a little bit of idle here, and that is as a result of the market start. I did have a 50 wood treasure straight away in base, but sometimes the idle time is kind of baked into the Russian economy, and you kind of have to deal with that. And it's going to age up now. Quartermaster, 400 wood. Likely see villas crossing the map forward base, as most Russian players tends to do. Batu pushing side hunts in, has second hunt moose, and starting hunt's nearly dead as well. I think this is actually this class as his starting hunt, and yeah, he's pushed in the moose. I know that Batu actually is a really big religious freedom strategy to enjoy, but his next called Halbs Day, he's actually aging up with the logistician, and I was joking in a different stream about watching a Sambi game playing French Grenadiers, trying to do the FI, but was forced to make units H2, and the Advanced Church for France could allow you to train Grens, and somebody was casting the game, and they're like, oh, I think it was Hazard casting the game. I lied, I knew it was. And he's like, oh my god, I didn't realize that, so you can train Grens afterwards. I'm like, oh, I didn't either. But you look at it and it says Grenadier, and you think, thank god it's H2 Grens, because being able to train H3 Young Guards. And I was like, god, just imagine being able to train H3 units in H2, how broken would that be? And then literally everybody were like, yep, logistician Halbs, logistician Halbs. I'm like, oh yeah. Dutch with logistician age up, instead of 400 wood, they get a barracks wagon and a veteran halberdier, and the ability to train more veteran halberdiers. And actually, it is one of those just insane age ups. It is really good. It needs a little bit more love. I think people enjoy the 700 wood bank wagon play from Dutch too much, and most of the time versus like a boomy meta, it's actually pretty good. But here you can see that Batu is going to be facing early aggression here from Moonshine. The logistician play does make somewhat sense, but what do you pair the Halbs with? He's gone, well, obviously he needs the barracks to get more Halbs, but do you go skirms with the barracks, or do you try and go Huss for a Huss-Halb combination? Do you just go pure Halbs and just make Moonshine cry salty tears? We'll have to see from his point of view. So Moonshine going for 3 700 coin first. Could be, hypothetically could be a FF, but I feel it's most likely going to be 700 wood, 5 Cossack, 4 Cossack spam Musk timing attack. I feels more up Moonshine's alley, and going for steel traps as well. Wood for the housing. We haven't seen any units being trained just yet, and you'll be starting production if that was the case. You would have gone for a second trading blockhouse. Okay, Musks do come in, but I have noted he's somehow snuck. Oh, okay, wait, he's just going for a slow stagecoach takeover, which he should have time for, but it was like by the time stagecoach comes in and he's now having to delay and wait for the crates to kind of sort itself out. Batu's going to have a load of units and be quite fine. And this card order here from Moonshine, 700 gold, 700 wood, 600 gold. It doesn't scream to me that he's looking for a... Well, I guess he is looking for a large timing. Cossacks cost coin. Musks cost coin. But giving this Dutch player this amount of time to kind of stabilize, and Batu's a smart guy. He was scouting with his envoy. He has seen the stable. He's seen a single blockhouse. He would have known this had been built. He's only just come this way and scouted later on. And he's just seen 2 TP as well. He's now seen Stagecoach. If he's looking over here, I've been kind of expecting to see these Halbs move across the map and try and dominate this third trading post here for Moonshine. There's no way he should be allowed to get this up. And actually, having the Explorer build the home TP first and come this way, I think it might be better to build this one first and work his way back. This feels exceptionally vulnerable. Batu would definitely want a piece of that if possible. Maybe not. 600 wood does come in. We do have 3 banks down already. And with that 600 wood, could go into banks 4 and 5 and stay H2 quite a bit longer, which I think is a good play. Second barracks coming down, and that does suggest a little bit more It's close enough to get the resources to age, and that we could see an insane Red Lancer Halb combination, but I think Batu sees the 3 TPs now. I think he's realised that, oh, actually I need to do something here. He's just gonna go pure Halb. Here we go. Great coats is on the villagers. Massive Cossack Eye pushing from the front. Explorer tanking as well. Minutemen will be called, most likely after Lonville gets cancelled. And Lonville gets snared ahead, but TC safely gathered. Garrison Devilles. Explorer does go down, and no ability to train envoys just yet from the Explorer. But I think Batu's just realised that, Moonshine's just realised that's actually full Halb recruits with 18 range attack don't actually do that much versus Halb it is, and military reforms coming in 20% speed. Is it a minus 0.25 multiplier, which is not a huge amount actually, is it? Yeah, it's 25% less attack versus Musketeers. But will Batu mind with that? I don't think he does. I think what Batu really needs to do now is next batch get some skirms. Just 10 skirms is just enough to help really pick apart some of these Musketeers. But actually, the military reforms allow the Halbs to catch up with the Strelets, especially if they're being dragged in an army. And Batu could actually split his army north and south and try and sandwich it. He's just going to go in. Halbs not yet being called. There's no Minutemen on the field as well. And the Cossacks are just trying to get out of there. And you see the Musks are trying to siege, and they're just getting torn apart. The Strelets here don't even one-shot a Halb at the moment. Cover mode being put on the front halberdiers to protect. And all I'm just seeing is Musketeers behind going down. More Halbs being trained. Be another full batch behind this. I guess we might be looking for infantry HP behind. Maybe, I don't think infantry attacked. I think HP is better. Could also be coin all vills on food and get that sneaky agent, but the Strut's being snared. The Cossacks now having to try and either get in and block or just pull trick away. And full skirmisher army here from Russia is just not enough to deal with the Speedy Halbs. And the Cossacks are saying goodbye, Strelets. I have to leave you now. He's going away. Couple reinforcing skirms would also be nice to pick this off. And these reinforcing units here from Moonshine are like, oh, we'll probably just stay back by the forward building for safety. Strels do get pick up. Strats are still very cost effective versus what Batu has on the field. And the coin does come behind. 25 vills now still on the 3 bank. And the coin economy will help push forward the military production. I'm going to try and siege a trading post. I like the play, but he's going to be careful of being exposed. But we don't need to worry about skirms getting picked off across the map. Batu's going full Halb, and we have a left-right sandwich. I guess you'd call it a Cossack sandwich, really. But it's not a nice bun to be part of. Halb it is, both sides. And 13 Strel plus another 20 reinforcing Strel from Moonshine. It's around about 30 odd. Yeah, 30 Strelets, so 13 plus 10 plus a couple reinforcements. So Batu needs to now move back in and get some damage done. Recruits in melee mode for the snare on the Halberdiers. Really smart play behind more Halbs crossing. And you see what he wants to try and do is just get on the other side and get in there. The Explorer back up. 100 HP is certainly not insignificant. Let's do no multipliers versus this. Gets a snare in, and that's happy days as well. Cossacks, oh my god, the Cossacks getting absolutely demolished. Trying to hold back some of the Halberdiers. And recruits again in melee. They're just going to get picked off. And Moonshine now is in full Strelet production mode. I guess he just realised that, yeah, Cossacks don't work in 2 Halberdiers. But then again, why would somebody go full Halberdier? And why? It's because it is Batu on. It's funny. Moonshine going pure counter units here. Doesn't feel like it's counter units. 10 Strelets versus Batu ones. I guess he's like 24. Halbs? Oh my god! I just guessed that. I suppose they were in stacks of 3, 8 deep, but oh, I am a tactical genius. Merchant going forward, scouting. Does see the Strelets. He knows the Strelets are coming behind this. And, oh my god, another 10. Halberdiers. The 3 Hussar card is so huge. What Batu's doing, he doesn't realise this, but what he's doing, he's conditioning Moonshine into the click the Strelets button. And then when the Hussars do turn up, bear in mind, he hasn't called Minutemen yet, or any envoys. I mean, envoys here with greatcoats would be incredible. Certainly recommend that, since he's got a little bit of an ROTC, so it could be envoy time. The 3 Huss will get in and distract so much far from Strauss, get the snare in, and the Halberdiers are looking for that engagement. He does actually see some Polichniks, which are the Russian Halberdier equivalents. The Hussars have been scouted, and Moonshine is aware of this. The question is, does he try and go for... Oh, is this going Polichniks behind this? And unfortunately, Age 2 Russian Polichniks are just terrible. Absolutely terrible compared to Dutch veteran Halberdiers with potential for cards. It looks like Moonshine's already got infantry combat on his Strelets. Yeah, 81 attack, 9... 81 HP, 9 attack. Batu behind this, more Halbs, another 10 batch. The macro getting Halbs and actually keeping these Hussars alive for so long. You see how little damage the Strelets even do to Hussars. They're doing like 6 per shot with the negative, and then the Hussars resisting 20%, only maybe taking 5, maybe 4. And it's still a couple of them alive, distracting, getting the snare on, and now the Halbs have broken past the forward stable. There's no blockhouse, and there's villagers exposed here from Moonshine. Yes, they do have their melee resist. They don't have their greatcoats behind this. Batu could go for the vills, but he's looking to get on the wrong side, or the right side of the Strelets, but the wrong side for Batu. And Moonshine's escape has been cut off. He has to run around, but there's a cliff. He can't go home. They're all going to die. There's Minutemen in there, but they're just losing HP, and they're all going to get picked off pretty quickly. And okay, yes, the number of Halberdiers from Batu dwindling behind this, but also Russian... Oh, he's aging! He's floated so much resources, but unable to spend them. He's now aging behind this. State blockhouse middle map. And Batu, no, the dream of going pure Halb into Strelets. So close. Was it a couple of Vills tanking? Could have been, actually. And yeah, just needed. I know this is a bit of a meme play, isn't it? Oh, it's so close to working. Just needed a little bit of extra flavour. Couple of SARs, couple of skirms. Just with the double racks, you just could add just that couple of skirms, maybe a couple of envoys to do a bit of tanking as well. But the villagers on the map safely. There's no real threat to those. Okay, yeah, he's going to try and go middle tin mine. That's risky. Infantry attack. Infantry HP behind this. These are some really strong units, but they are also just H3 Halb with infantry combat equivalent. So 15 minutes of the game. They're not any stronger than you'd normally expect. But Moonshine aging slow to the third. I think he's going for the Venture, isn't he? Yeah, for the Strelets. Oh, Batu will see some more Vills. He might not. Oh, yeah, see more Vills. And that should lead his inquisitive mind down to this area. There's more Halbs running, more Halbs sieging the stable. And what Batu's doing really well at this point is he's realised he can't take on any more Strelets. What he needs to do is run around and he sees the prize. He sees the no greatcoats villagers. Those are Halbs being picked off. He sees the age up. And maybe previously he's like, I'm just trolling now. He might need to think about something else because there's going to be age 3 veteran Strelets with maybe Strelet combat behind. Maybe a bit of Falk play. Be pretty good. Cossack has to get taken down. And now Pushnik snaring as well. Looks like these Speedy Halbs can't get out, but there's many dying villagers on the right side of the map, and the Vills crossing back to safety. Good play there from Moonshine, getting them out. Stable does come up. Pike's being shipped behind us. I suppose that is true. They are double-carded pikemen. So finally, we're now out in the villagers. 32 Vills. Oh, we've not got steel traps. I guess Batu's really like finding it hard to add in those fourth banks, the steel traps, and this is kind of why the logistician is not the go-to play, because the economy is just not as good as normal play. And the idea is if you can survive to the third age with normal play, you just kind of end up in a stronger position overall. But this is somewhat encouraging here from Batu, the fact that could go. Oh, he's going for. It's just queue more Halbs. He's like, yeah, 2 hospitable dims. I'm going to queue more. Villagers do come out from the TC, but the house is getting sieged, and Moonshine's housed. Oh, 19 Strats at home though is going to get some good damage, and the push does come in. Moonshine's decking the third age Strat combat available. Does have Manchu Boyars and 2 Falconets to assist as well. But now going for, is that veteran Polichniks? Yes, it is. 2 Husks, where are they going? Can't really go in. Okay, now he's trying to go in with the Halbs. These Halbs behind. And yeah, the Husks will dive in the top. Minutemen haven't yet been called here from Batu. And I think at this stage of the game, you kind of forget whether you have called them or not called them. Okay, he's definitely not forgotten. He's called them in now. But finally, veteran Polichniks are actually a bit of a challenge here for the Dutch Halberdiers. So unfortunately, with Cav Archers seeing off the Hussar threats, and the veteran Strats now being really cost effective versus the Halberdiers, because wouldn't be surprised if we see an Arsenal somewhere. I think it's starting to look very difficult here for our Dutch player to carry on the strategy of 4 Halberdiers. But maybe we might see a backdoor pike raid. Maybe hoping for the Falk kill if Moonshine send it in, but he's actually going for the Cossacks. Oh, Polichniks do come out and are attacking the pikes, and yeah, no. The 8 pikes were never going to work, were they? Moonshine survives, but I gotta say, it looked so close throughout that. It looked like it was actually going to end in tears, and there was a strategy of, well, you know, Batu going full Halb spam, but you could see that when the Hussars came in, it added so much extra ability for the army to kind of absorb skirmisher fire, get the snares in. There's an eye-watering prospect and potential couple of halberdiers to get the snare in. Oh, no, to was it absorb the early attacks, sneak in the age up. and going for advanced church red lancers, which have good multipliers versus skirmishers, and would definitely two shots Strels make to their death, maybe a little bit more. And yes, you can get very fast halberdiers with the advanced arsenal, but without the arsenal wagon being sent with the advanced arsenal, quite tough to get into this. Maybe because Batu was always focused on the large batches, and it felt like there was an opportunity where he sent in 600 wood to get his fourth bank. It went for barracks, housing, and maybe like placer mines at that point, and just that wood seemed to go. The TP lines were taken down. He could have gotten to that, but wasn't to be. I think the steel traps were probably not actually researched at any point in that game, which is a bit brutal. Oh, what a fun game that was, Batu. You've served us up another cracker. How braiding 40 down to 29 villas. It was just a little bit too late at that point, and Moonshine very good village production, and trading off the army across the game is the right move there as Russia. That's going to be it for us. If you enjoyed watching, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.